Howdy, everybody. How we doing? Hey, Sarah. So the girls are with their dad this weekend, and you got Tim's son. Awesome. How are you and Green doing today? You guys hanging in there? The girls' dad took them camping on the weekend. Nice. That's awesome. I haven't been camping in forever. That's something I need to do. I love camping. My wife likes it too, but we always have been so busy we haven't done it. We need to, though. It'd be fun. I like it. There's plenty of places to go around here that'd be a lot really enjoyable.
Interesting.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get a lobby open, guys. Actually, we have this new lobby system. What I'm thinking is I might just kind of put the link up here in the chats, and you guys can join from the link. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the link here. And then it'll just be you guys that'll be able to join for now. And we'll do that. We'll try that. I haven't done that yet, so. There is the link to the game, or to our session. And all right, now it's in both chats. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that. You guys will be able to find it. Cool. Got a little migraine right now. I'm sorry. That stinks. But I'm looking forward to a spa day today. Oh, now that's nice though. I have an appointment for a mud wrap and scalp massage in an hour. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Definitely got to take care of yourself, so I'm glad to hear that you are. Oh, goodness. Well, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of jump space. I'm pretty hyped about the big update we've got coming this summer. Can't wait for June. June, we're going to get everything put into experimental. We'll get to try it out. I'm stoked. Pretty excited about it. We're going to get the new ship. Spectre, how's it going, buddy? A double feature. I wonder what happens at intermission. Yep, double feature. We're going to be doing a little bit of jump space and a little bit of Deep Rock Galactic Road Core. Really enjoying it. Very, very good. I'm excited for the big update we're getting for jump space, and I'm also really enjoying Road Core. I think it's really good. Also, I'm pretty happy to see reviews were very mixed in what first day or two that it launched. But since then, it's come up to mostly positive with a 70% on Steam reviews. So I'm pretty happy to see that. I think it deserves it. It's a good game. It's early access, so yeah, there's things that need to be worked on, but overall, I think it's really good. All right, let's pick something. Let's, you know what? Do we have any? Let's see. Cargo raid. There. Challenge rating 3 sabotage. That seems fun. I'm gonna roll that.
Mission destination set. Prepared for jump.
I kind of like to run the dart. Let's put disruptor lasers on, and let's go with missile launcher.
What can I do for you?
So people can have some fun. We'll do that.
Good to see you.
There is a link in the chat there, guys, for anybody who wants to join me in game. I'm just gonna clean out the vendors here. Ooh, Legendary Legion blueprints. That's nice. Anti-ship arsenal, boarding blitz. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the first area, guys. Feel free to join in. Spectre, how you doing today, buddy? Hanging in there? Hey, Overdrex, how's it going? That's a funny looking rocking stone, no doubt. We're doing a little bit of both. We're going to do a little bit of jump space, probably put in about an hour or so into jump space, and then we'll go ahead and swap over to road core. I plan on doing a little bit of both. I'm hyped for the big update for Jump Space, and I'm really enjoying Road Core, so I want to do a little bit of both today. Keeping your head down? Yeah, that's fair.
The array is in a sector just a few jumps away from here. We need to disable it to prevent the Legion from tightening its grip on this region. Make whatever preparations.
Since we're doing a double feature today, I might come up with like a... I can see that happening more in the future, so I might just come up with some thumbnails, draft up some thumbnails that I can use for situations like that. I was trying to figure out how to get it to where it was showing where it would accommodate both. Also, because Twitch only lets you put in one category and YouTube is the same, one game, I couldn't list both games realistically. So, and I've tried swapping between the two midstream, and YouTube in particular hates that. Really messes up the stream if you swap games in the middle of the stream. So, at least in the settings for YouTube. Thanks, Spectre. Spectre, thanks so much for the subscription. I appreciate you, buddy. So I have my good friend revamping my Discord, and she's doing a great job organizing it and making it easier to use. She's doing a great job. That's awesome, Sarah. Well, I can't wait to see it. Let's see, where was I? Got turned around. There it is. Yeah, I look forward to seeing it. The day's going pretty good over, Drax. You doing all right, buddy? The fam and everybody okay today? By the way, if you have, feel free to join me while we're doing Jump Space. The link to the to this server is there in the chat. I want to try that. If anybody has any trouble joining through that, let me know, and then we can make adjustments. Then we're going to be doing some Road Core about an hour or so from now, and yeah. I'm not sure what systems there are for the servers there, but we'll try that out and see if we can't get you guys in game with me. I've been enjoying that. I like all the classes in Road Core so far. She's put a channel in for everyone in my community who's streaming. When you go live, it should automatically put in an alert. Oh, that's awesome. I need to look into that. That would be really cool. I didn't even know that was an option. That's kind of cool. Because at this point, I've been going long enough now. Got quite a few streamer friends like you and Slide Drum and quite a few others actually. It's crazy how you make friends doing this. I love it. It's really cool. I'm initializing Windows. I literally just woke up. Came late last night. Gotcha. Well, take your time, buddy. When you're ready to queue up, let me know, and I will make sure you get in. I have not made this lobby public. I have just kind of put that link there, and I wanted to try that. If that doesn't work, we can do whatever we need to do, but I'm hoping that's going to work, and that way I can make it to where just you guys are able to join me, you guys who are viewing the channel and such. Because normally in the past in Jump Space, I've had to make the public just completely public, and then just anybody could join. So I'm hoping by doing it this way, you guys will be the ones to join, and you can guarantee it'll be you all. Hey Green, how's it going, buddy? You doing all right, my friend? I do love the lobby browser updates that we've gotten to this game. When you stream, I feel like the most important thing is community. I absolutely am so grateful for mine. Yeah, absolutely, Sarah. I 100% agree. Like, and that's why I got into this anyway. I started streaming and covering Jump Space just because I wanted to build community and try and be positive, build a positive community. And I feel like that's what's been happening. I'm pretty excited about it. Can't touch this. Do 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 do. Yes, tackled my son's destroyed bedroom early this morning, so taking a nice long break now. Oh my gosh, yeah. My nieces are home with their mother now, which is pretty cool. But we had them for quite some time. I completely understand destroyed bedrooms and having to help with that. I'm there with you, buddy. Wolf, good morning, buddy. How's it going? You join the next run? Okay, bud. Yeah, and Hawk too. Glad everybody's in. Glad to have you guys here. So, for those who don't know, there is a link to this server in the chat there. That's what the pinned comment is. Gonna try that out and see about. So the lobby is not public. I have set it to where there is a link to this particular room. So you should be able to join in theory. We'll see how that works. If it doesn't work for you, let me know.
Additional power conduits exposed.
So I picked up a shotgun the other day, so I've been rolling with this. Kind of fun. I've always liked the shotgun in this game. I really love the weapon adjustments they're going to be making. I'm curious what we're all going to get. If you're running Mark III weapons right now, then they're going to get overhauled into the new system. I do think some things are going to be randomized, though. It sounds like what modifications your weapons are going to have on them is going to be randomized. Like, you're going to have... If you get a Mark III weapon, it's supposed to be set to one of the rarer rarities that are available in-game when it gets converted, but I'm suspecting that the mods that it will have equipped will be randomized. So, did I plug in the artifacts before I jumped on the last one? I don't remember. I did not. That was stupid. Had some really good ones too. Oh well. Got rid of 2 garbage bags worth and removed a lot of unnecessary end tables. His room got like 3 times bigger. Oh man, that's awesome. I love it when you like reorganize a space and then suddenly it's like, oh my gosh, I had all this room? Really? Makes me a little giddy and happy inside when that happens. All right. Well, I am ready to make the jump. Let's see. Go ahead and jump. I've got Shinedown stuck in my head this morning, guys. Not a bad thing. One of my favorite bands. Ooh, I like this area. This one's fun.
Valuables around here that will assist us on our journey. Let's find them.
I'm hoping that the scopes and the cosmetics for the weapons will eventually become something you can customize. I know that's not going to be in the system immediately, but I do want to see that happen. If you guys are on the Twitch when we end today's stream, can you remind me to try and look and see if any of our friends are streaming and do a raid? I'm still trying to get in the habit of doing that, and I keep forgetting. because that's not a thing on YouTube. So I've been streaming on YouTube for quite a few months now, and just that's where my brain is. But on Twitch, you're able to raid other channels and go check out what they're doing. So I want to try and get in the habit of that, trying to support other people. But I'm just kind of having to rewire my brain to think like that because YouTube didn't have that as an option. I like it though. It's kind of nice being able to. It encourages community, which is fun. A fellow streamer of mine, not a demon, he said Twitch is basically a multiplayer game. And I thought that was a really nice way of putting it. Sure, I know Zaya is supposed to have his community day today, but that's not until 5:30. Unless he's late, then 5:45. Gotcha, okay. Well, I'm probably not going to be going quite that long. I think I'd wear myself out if I went that long today. But I'll definitely take a look on. If you happen to hear I'm wrapping up, Sarah, and you're on, just give me a quick reminder, all right? Because I have a bad habit of forgetting.
I'm with you. The bitter end.
Thank you, I appreciate you. I usually remember after I start my ending scroll, you know? That's about the time my brain goes, oh, wait, I can rage, wait. And then by that point, I've already signed off and I'm not chatting with people, and I'll usually just throw a comment in the chat there, the text chat. Oh, we're gonna raid so-and-so, by the way. I was like, a little late, but also, I love the new idea with the components, guys. We're going to be getting mods for the components. All the components are going to be different. Like, there's not going to be set components now. It's going to have a bit of a randomness to it. Like, they're going to have different abilities and stuff that you can upgrade using materia ingots now. The mark system is going to be completely gone. I love this. Like, I love roguelites anyway. I feel like this, in a way, is more roguelite than what we had, to be honest, because, like, it is going to provide a sense of customization, but it's also going to give some randomness to the mix, and it's going to make it exciting for us to find things even years from now. Like, when you've got tons of time in the game under your belt, it's not going to matter. You're still going to be finding cool new combos and things to do, and I love that. I think for the longevity of the game, this is going to be incredible. And, yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be really cool. Plus, it's going to allow people to keep their weapons and stuff like they've wanted to do for forever now. So, which the system we have now does allow you to technically keep your gear, but this is going to be even better because now it's going to be answering the question of lockers people had. But I also love how it's not just straight up, okay, here's your lockers, here's your loadouts, here's your typical first-person shooter co-op system. No, they put their own spin on it, and I really like the idea. I think it's really good. It's like they were like, okay, we hear you, we understand what you want, and we want to accommodate you, but we would like to do it with our own flair, and I think that's amazing. I love that. Like, yes, we're taking your feedback, we're adjusting the system, but we've got our own idea on how to do it. Mechanics to get broke again? Let's go. Exactly. Spend all those resources, all the credits, all the ingots. Like, I'll no longer be at cap, which is incredible. Like, right now I've been sitting at the 100 materia ingot cap for like how long now? Several months? Like, it's time to spend those resources, guys. I'm so stoked. The devs are really cooking. I'm so excited. Also, if any of you are on Xbox and playing the game, please try it again. I personally want to know, because I don't play on Xbox. Let me know your feedback. Let me know how it's running for you. I know Xbox has had a lot of trouble in the past. They put a ton of work into it, and I'm also expecting there to be a ton of work put into it in the be a waste. I'm also expecting there to be patch for it with the next big update. So I want to know how things are going. Ooh, that would actually be really good. Let me send back the rocket launcher.
No problem.
And I'm going to grab the shield.
Ground targets approaching.
Well, I'm on the front line. Don't worry, I'll be fine. The story is just beginning. I say goodbye to my weakness, let go of regret. All right, let's go ahead and get this rolling. I'm gonna go ahead and put down the shield.
It will take me a moment to breach it. Expect me cores unlocked.
No problem at all. No
Okay, we got some materia. I'll take that.
bringing it back to the ship. I can carry that to the ship. Absolutely. No problem. I'll fetch that for you.
So actually, I've been curious about the dynamic between, because like I know that Keepsake and Ghost Ship Games are friends. I know they're both Scandinavian companies. And Keepsake, creators of Jump Space, they're in Sweden. I think Ghost Ship is in Denmark. I'm not 100% certain on that, but regardless, Ghost Ship, the creator of Deep Rock Galactic, I know that them and Keepsake are friends, but I wasn't sure what the connection was there. And so I got looking on their website, and I noticed I reached out to Groove, and I was just asking about it because I was curious. And I noticed on their website that Daniel, I think it's Kaplan, he's one of the co-founders of Coffee Stain, and that was the publisher that published Deep Rock Galactic for Ghost Ship Games. So I asked him, he was able to confirm that that's the connection there, is that Daniel was a member of the publisher that published Deep Rock Galactic for Ghost Ship Games. Now, of course, Ghost Ship Games at this point is self-publishing, and they're helping to publish others, but Coffee Stain helped them get the chance to be able to grow and do all that. So that's how they know the devs from...
Our scans reveal some value.
That's how they know Ghost Ship Games, which is pretty cool. So, like, they have a friendly relationship with them, which is pretty sweet. I like that. And that's why when Jump Space first launched, Ghost Ship, they do their own live streams all the time. Scuff the paint. All right, here we go. All right, nice streak right down the bottom of it for you, buddy. How's it going? You doing all right, Edward? Nice.
No ship ammunition in the assembler.
Loading up fresh ammo.
Material collected. Empty collectors.
Emptying materia filters.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool that they got a good relationship with them. It was kind of cool too. Keepsake saying they're getting their own office now, which is neat. Right now, lately they've been sharing an office with several studios, including Arrowhead from Helldivers and a couple of others. Tomorrow I have to do something called Cambridge. I think it's a kind of exam. Gotcha. Well, hopefully it goes well for you.
No problem at all. I can carry that to bringing it back to the ship. Absolutely. No problem at all. Bringing it back to the ship.
By the way, can you guys let me know, how is the delay over on YouTube? Am I responding reasonably quick? I've set it to the lowest possible delay settings. That turns off a few features on YouTube, but it does make it to where we can communicate a little bit faster, more in real time. So I'm hoping that everything looks okay over there. Let me know if there's any issues, because that's something I haven't. That's something that I'm using more or less, not for the first time, but certainly it's not something I've done a lot of. So that's an on-foot section. That seems fun. Let's do that. Plus it's got supplies and stuff. We'll do that. See, there are enemy ships around, but I don't feel like I need to fight them. What I might do is just grab this materia and get out. Although I didn't check if I had any artifacts, I should do that before I leave. Out on the front line, don't worry, I may be fine. The story is just beginning. All right. Well, let's go ahead and drop this Corvette and such. They're aggroed, so. I'm excited too. Coleona said that the new Gatling turret style weapon is going to be special weapon. He said it's really good on the dart, so that's kind of exciting. Right now, I'd say that the weapons on the dart are pretty mediocre. So you don't know because you can't see me in real life and compare. Yeah, that's fair. But you can at least, gauge by how fast I'm responding is, kind of what I'm thinking. Because I always respond to comments as soon as I see them, but sometimes there's a bit of a delay between when you've typed it and I actually say something, which is, more a result of the delay in YouTube's system. But Twitch is a lot faster though, usually. Twitch is usually right on the money. Like there is a delay on Twitch, but it's like very minimal. We're talking like seconds, whereas on YouTube, the delay was a bit more egregious. I see about a 1 to 2 second delay on YouTube as compared to Twitch. Otherwise, looks and sounds good. Okay, so not that far behind. I'll take that. I've got it set for the lowest amount of delay on YouTube, so hopefully, it's not too bad. I know that Twitch has a greater priority on streaming than YouTube does, and that, whereas YouTube tends to focus on VODs, videos on demand, etc. So they each have their own niche. But
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
they both step into each other's territory, but neither excels in the other's territory, really. So, legendary reassembler. No, thank you. Thanks for checking that for me, Wolf. I appreciate you, buddy. Let's see. We got a rocket launcher here we can put over here. I'm gonna have to start bagging things up because I'm running out of room. All right, let's go ahead and set destination. I don't remember. I don't think I got that Corvette, did I? No, it's right here, and then we got materia over there.
We are being boarded.
Well, I got a shotgun with your guys' name on it, so.
Self-destruction sequence initiated.
I am so excited. I can't wait for the update. I wish June was here now. This game's being able to try this out and experimental in June is going to be so much fun. To be able to try out the new update.
Check over here.
I do love the shotgun in this game. I always have. It's really good. A lot of fun to use. It's funny, in games, I typically favor the precision weapons if you're going to have guns. But there is something really, really satisfying about having a shotgun in your hands. I especially love it when games give shotguns a little bit of range, because they technically do have range. As somebody who's used a shotgun more than once.
I've identified a Legion outpost in the area. From what I can gather there, the facility still has valuables inside. Secure the facility and empty their storage.
Over here.
I mean, shotguns are what people use for bird hunting. I mean, you're not going to do that unless it can hit things at range, right? One thing I wish I could do is kind of turn down the aim assist on the pilot cannons. I'm not a huge fan of aim assist. I never have been. Even when I was on controller, I didn't like it. People will argue that it's necessary on controller. I disagree. Even when I was using dual stick controls, I hated it and always turned it off. And did better when I had it turned off. And I'm not saying that dual stick is easy to use for shooting style games, but still, it's not. It's very imprecise. But I still preferred it to aim assist. Then I started using motion controls, gyro, and I really loved that. That's about as good as you can get, as close to having a mouse as you can get with a controller. It's pretty close. It's almost as precise as a mouse. Not quite, but reasonably close. At this point, I just use mouse and keyboard, though. And that is, once you get used to it, it takes a while to get used to, but once you get used to it, it is the better way to play. As far as precision is concerned. But if you're looking for comfort on the couch, controller's pretty hard to beat. I really like the look of the new Steam controller. I think that's a cool design. I love that it's got the motion controls. I love that it's got the trackpads. Some people don't care for the trackpads, and that's fair. I like them. I think that I think they've got really good uses. I played quite a few games where the trackpads were really handy. I have a Steam Deck. I don't have the Steam controller, but I know the trackpads on the Steam Deck have been really helpful in some scenarios. I don't use them often, but I'm grateful they're there when I do. And they're out of the way, not really in my way. So, like, if I'm not using them, it doesn't really matter.
Joining the on-foot expedition. No problem. I'll fetch that boy, bringing it back to the ship. I can carry that.
That said, trackpads will never, be as good as a full-blown mouse, but
No problem at all.
it's better than nothing.
Carry that to the ship.
A large fighter wing have detected us. Prepare for immediate engagement.
Entering the combat station.
Ship needs ammo. Build ship ammunition in this.
Loading up fresh ammo. Clearing out the material.
for immediate engagement.
Was using the rocket launcher there optimal? Probably not, but I don't care. It was fun. The Steam controller is a beast. Oh yeah, you got one? Looking at it now on Steam. Oh, looking at it now on Steam app. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, I love it. I think it's really cool. It would definitely be a controller I would pick up. If I was still playing mostly controller, I would spend the money on that in a heartbeat. I also think the price is fair for what it is. I saw a lot of comments about how it was too expensive. I'm like, no. Have you looked at comparable hardware? Actually, it's on the cheaper end, I feel, in comparison to stuff that's similar. As somebody who used to buy controllers, I've certainly paid more. During the market for one? Gotcha. Yeah, I really like the look of the Steam controller. While I haven't tested it to, be able to give a reasonable review on it, I feel like that's probably, if it's anything like the Steam Deck, then it's gonna be pretty slick. Plus, it does the Wilhelm scream when you drop it, which is amazing. If you drop the controller and it's turned on, it does it has a speaker inside of it that does the Wilhelm scream, which is incredible. I saw that. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? They don't even advertise that. It was just an Easter egg for people to find.
It seems that this facility has initiated a lockdown protocol. Anticipate resistance as you proceed. The valuables are behind that locked door.
Could potentially come in handy, but I think it's going to be more handy on the ship. Oh, it's two of them. Interesting. Ooh, Ship Fit Fury. That's a good one.
Absolutely.
Generally speaking, I feel comfortable saying that more than likely the Steam controller is going to be really good quality. The Steam Deck is insanely good quality, and Valve Usually Valve prioritizes the quality of their products when they do a handheld, when they do a physical product. So I would say more than likely it's going to be a decent controller. Also, I would suspect that if you had any issues, they would probably take care of it. So while I haven't tested it myself to be able to give my thoughts exactly on the controller, I think it looks really good, and more than likely I'd be inclined to say it's probably a go, probably a good one. But like I said, I haven't tested it myself, so, don't think of that as a review. All right, let's get these crates cracked open. Got one here, got another. I think we need 3. Yep. We're at cap for materia. Just noticed that, so I don't know if I've wasted any. Doesn't matter. Be fine. I'm just kind of chilling today and not worrying too much about it, so if I mess up, it is what it is. Been a little tired lately. I've mentioned it a couple times, but anyway, so I'm just kind of chilling for the moment, just enjoying it. Nothing here. There will be a video. I've actually got 2 videos planned for this next week. Why is it not letting me? Okay. I've got my usual breakdown of the dev live stream, which will probably be out on Tuesday. I'm hoping Tuesday. So the Keepsakes live stream that they did covering the new content for Jump Space, I will be doing my usual breakdown of that like I always do. And then I want to do a Rogue Core video. I'm thinking I might also do like some Nautica 2 review. That would be kind of fun. But we'll see. I don't want to bite off more than I can chew, and all the videos I've got planned right now are going to be very involved, so trying to do too much at once is a bad idea. Makes everything suffer and not come out as good as it should.
Access granted. Proceed to the jammer.
The dev live streams coverage is getting easier and easier as I'm getting more of a system for doing it, so it feels like each time I do it, it gets just a little bit easier than the last time to finish the video. Plus, I'm starting to learn a little bit of how I like to do those, so it's making it a little bit easier to edit and get it recorded. And then as far as video game reviews, those are starting to get fun. I'm starting to get a feel for those. I'm going to do a review, I think, for Road Core in its current state. Obviously, it's in early access, which, you know, you got to bear that in mind. But yeah, probably we'll do a review for Road Core. And then, yeah, I've got the dev stream breakdown that I need to do. And I also would like to do something for Subnautica 2, since we've been playing that a lot. I kind of have to be careful with Subnautica 2 because there's a strange Yulia. I'm not sure that everything that everybody said about the Yulia is true, but what I did read, I read it myself straight up from the game, and I would say streamers beware, because while it's not the devs of Subnautica 2 that are made the Yulia. This is specifically Crafton, that was the publisher. They're not even marked as the publisher anymore, but they've been in a legal battle with the devs for a while, so I don't know what's going on there, but it is their Yulia that you have to agree to be able to play Subnautica 2 when you buy it. And I will say the Yulia is very not streamer friendly. It's very which is tons of people streaming the game, but so hopefully nothing bad happens. And I actually streamed it on day of, or a couple days later, I think. But anyway, yeah, I think I have that video on YouTube unlisted right now because I just don't want any hassle. If I was monetized, I'd probably just mark that video as not, probably intentionally demonetize that video just to avoid any potential legal trouble. Because that Yulia is basically saying you give up all your rights, and they basically you can't to say anything bad about the game, which is silly. But yeah, I don't know, it's weird. And then you have to put in notifications, you are not sponsored by Crafton, yada yada. I was like, well, of course not. For a streamer to actually be sponsored by the publisher would be extremely rare. So I don't know, it's strange. I kind of figure most of that Yulia wouldn't hold up in court if somebody actually bothered, but I mean, who's gonna bother? Who's gonna pay the legal fees to fight it, right? So I don't know, it's a little bizarre. I also think it's possible that Crafton's a little busy right now and wouldn't bother, but who knows? I've seen stranger things. But we'll see. I still am going to be streaming Subnautica 1, and I will definitely do some Subnautica 2 stuff. I don't know if it's going to be just, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming it or not at this point, but I would like to, but we'll see. Might kind of get a feel for how things are going for the community with this, and then just kind of gauge from there, but it's a really good game, though. I will say, my review would be mostly positive. Like, there might be one or two things that I don't care for, but as a general rule, I think Subnautica 2 so far is really, really good. The game is incredible. The devs have done a great job. And while the Yulia is a little creepy, overall I think the game is incredible, and I think the devs have really cooked on it. If you enjoyed Subnautica 1, I think Subnautica 2 is a really good pick. I love that you can destroy drop pods with the ship now. Looks like they're not destroyable with small arms like they used to be, which that was patched out a while ago. But it does look like the ship is more than capable of doing it. So that's pretty sweet. I actually like that. I think that's a nice balance. Because it introduced all kinds of issues when you could destroy them with small arms. They were just, you know, suddenly you wouldn't have any baddies at all in on-foot sections and stuff. They'd stop spawning and all kinds of craziness. So making it where small arms can't destroy them is helpful, but making it where ships still can actually makes logical sense, I think. I'll take it. I like it.
Keep fighting. Not much left now. Materia collected. Empty collectors to be treated.
Emptying materia things.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to be treated. Ship needs ammo. Build ship ammunition.
I'm replenishing ship ammo.
Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure the progress bar is going to fill before either of any of these points gets captured, so I think we'll be okay from here.
We did it.
Yep.
The array's hold on the null space lanes is collapsing, and our communications are stabilizing. The region's control over it is easy. Take the time you need to collect what remains. You may depart at
Okay.
your discretion. Materia collected. Empty collectors to be treated.
I'm going to grab me a gnome. Let's go ahead and get out. Cool.
Preparing for jump space transition.
Well, I'm thinking I'm going to do one more mission on jump space, and then I'll swap over to road core. Or I could experience a crash. Okay. I honestly don't have very many crashes with jump space. It has happened, but it's usually pretty rare. So, oh well. Oy, excuse me.
It started in.
All right. Let's go ahead and give you guys my screen here. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and unpin the link and reset it because you'll need a new link. Okay, it's unpinned. Always looking for that third option. Crashes. All right, well, firing it back up. I'm going to repin the link here, and you guys can try that. Let's see, I should get rewards off of that. Probably already counted the rewards, honestly, so I still have everything that I had. Everything looks good, so. All right, link. Let's copy the link. Paste and pin. And there it is in Twitch. And now for you, YouTube. And there we go. And there. It's pinned in both chats. All right, you guys should be good to go. So basically, you would just copy that link and paste it in the join options. You would come in here, go to, I think it's join a lobby, might be, let me see. Actually, no. You know what? I'll tell you. It's on the home screen. That's right. It's in the main menu. Before you jump into the hangar, there's an option to join by link, and that's where you would have to do it. Is in the main menu. Well, I'm on the front line. Don't worry, I'll be fine. Story is just beginning.
Good work. You have successfully placed
All right, let's see. Let's mix things up. Let's go with the catamaran on the next one. And let's see, what have we got equipped? We've got the mining lasers, looks like disruptor laser. We've got nitro pulse, burst shield, jump drive. We can go with any of the scanners. Got room. Let's go supply uplink.
I'll install that for you.
And then yeah, should be fine there.
Interesting.
All right, let's see. We just did a sabotage. You know what sounds kind of fun? I haven't done a vault breach recently. That would be fun. I'd like to do a vault breach, I think. I'm gonna go with this CR4 vault breach, I think. That'd be fun.
We can head out whenever you are ready.
Ammo is actually useless. 'Cause I don't know. Do I have any weapons that?
Stand easy, soldier.
Oh yeah, we have one missile launcher. Okay, so we will use ammo. Okay. I personally don't like to run dual missile launcher. I have done it before, and it's a very powerful build, but it's so ammo inefficient. Mass proxy, nice. Reassembler and forceful recycling, both very good. Okay. The reassembler, not as I don't care as much about, but the other two are nice. So in the next big update, we're going to have weapons removed from the purchase options over here. You're not going to have blueprints and stuff where you can craft them, and it looks like they're not going to cost you anything when you craft them at the hangar. So, yeah, you'll always have the option. You're also going to have a log. There's going to be an assembler right here from the looks of it. And it's going to allow you to craft whatever you want, whatever you've experienced and run before, or whatever you've saved to your blueprints. And, of course,
Interesting options for our next expedition.
they did say the log. One of the interesting points I asked, is the log infinite? What happens there, you know? And they said, so basically, stuff in your log state that you've scanned and run stays indefinitely, but there is a 50 log cap. So once you've scanned 50 items, the next item will push the oldest item off the log list. And so that's how it'll work. Basically, as you get new things after you've hit 50, it'll continue to push things off the list. But you can always save things permanently by making them a blueprint. Right now, as far as weapons are concerned, we've got 4 slots for blueprints, so you can save up to 4 weapons. And then any of those can be crafted both in run or at the hangar. Like I said, at the hangar, they don't cost you anything. They will probably cost materia more than likely in run, if I were to guess. Although that is not confirmed at this time. And then, yeah. You'll also be able to do the same thing with your components, which is also pretty cool because now you can make adjustments to other people's ships, even in the hangar, if they allow it, which is actually pretty sweet. It will allow us to, see, we got materia that way, trader that way. What I might do is go up here, 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 dance around like that. That'll be fun. But yeah, components you'll be able to, use on other people's ships. You'll be able to use your components on other people's ships. And basically one of the big things they said is that if somebody should, you know, disconnect or have to leave early from a mission and they've loaned you components, weapons, etc., you don't get to keep those, but they will stay with you for the remainder of the run. Like, you're not just going to be, oh, suddenly you don't have an engine. You'll lose them after the mission's over, though, because they were only loaned to you by that person. So my system that I've always done while gaming of giving people weapons, that's no longer going to work. So I won't be able to gift people weapons unless it's, you know, just temporary. But yeah, it'll be fine. We'll have a good time anyway. But it does make it more exciting for you to be able to find things and run, I think, which is going to be kind of cool. I'm excited for that. And they also said that your log is going to basically be not just what you've scanned, but also what your allies have scanned. So if your friends should scan a really cool weapon, but then pick it up and carry it with them, you'll be able to craft it as well. So as long as you were there when it was found, you know, in the lobby, then it will be in your history, and then you can save it to your blueprints if you like, or craft it. So if maybe you find a really good gun in the run and everybody on the team wants it, my understanding is that you'll probably be able to scan it, and then you can all craft it while in run and all use it. And that's what it sounds like to me. But yeah, I think that overall the system's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be fun. And then I also feel like that's going to help alleviate some of the issue, because like I remember early on, one of the problems that I ran into is that Mark III javelins were insanely hard to find, and that was a real pain in the butt. And then whenever we did find them, I always had to relinquish them to somebody else, because they'd either, you know, called dibs, or they got to it first, or whatever the situation may be. And yeah, so I just never got to use one for like a large part of like the closed beta. I didn't get to try the Mark III javelin just because it wasn't available. I couldn't find one. They were so rare. And then when I did find one, somebody else already had it. So in the final builds that we played of the beta, I didn't get to use a Mark III javelin ever. And then yeah, until we hit early access. And then shortly after early access launch, I did find one and was able to try it out and have a good time. But yeah, I didn't find one before. And anyway, that's going to be a system that's going to be more or less gone now, because once an item is found by one person, all people have access to it. So that's going to be really cool. I like that. I think that's going to be a nice little change. Make it to where situations like that don't happen again, especially since finding that perfect gun is going to be even rarer now, because they're going to have different modifications and stuff equipped, which means that they're going to be function differently. Like, you can have two people having the exact same gun, and they'll be a completely different gun all at the same time. Like, they could be a different color, they could be have a different sight, like a really nice scope, for instance, or they might, and all that's randomized, or they might have really good mods, because the modules that they'll have on them are going to be really going to define how well the guns work. It's basically replacing our mark system. So being able, for somebody to scan one with really good mods, and oh, we're in materia disruption field, and for you to have access to it will be really sweet. I think that's going to be a nice mix-up from the old formula. I love that the devs cooked that up. I know they were everybody was asking for lockers so they could keep their favorite guns. Everybody was asking for retention of different things, and I have actually chatted with Groove privately before. I was like, so what about weapon customization? Oh, but he snatched the materia right from my inventory. Okay. I've talked to Groove about adding weapon customization to the game, because I feel like I've always felt like that would be cool. I feel like that would be something. One of the big complaints is like the Mark III javelin, for instance, only had a hollow sight instead of an actual scope, and a lot of people hated that because, you know, the javelin is literally a sniper rifle, right? A hollow is great for the right weapon, but for a sniper rifle, you want a scope where you can see at range, and it didn't have that. So, and that's been a huge complaint for folks. So I've always, me and Groove have actually chatted about how great weapon customization would be in the game. And while So that's kind of what we're getting, but with Keepsake's own little twist on the formula, and I like that. I think that's fun. I'm glad that they didn't just go with the base customization options and stuff that most developers go with. I'm glad that they put their own little spin on it, because I think this is a really good system, and I love the creativity behind it. I think it's really cool. I can't wait to get my hands on it and try it out. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm on the front line, don't worry, I'll be fine. That song is so stuck in my head right now. You guys do that? You just have a song you really like, but then you hear it and then it's just stuck there forever, eternally. It just lives here now. Oh, wait. I love that that's a thing. So my understanding is that that was originally a mod that somebody had added to the game, and then the devs loved it, so they added it officially. And I think that's incredible.
Blasted! It's too broken to fix. We're stuck here unless we can get a hold of a new jump drive. It's only a matter of time before we run into more Legion troops.
For those of you who have tried Rogue Core at this point, what are your favorite class? What's your favorite class in Rogue Core? I've personally been very fond of Retcon, Slicer, and Guardian are probably my favorites so far. I've really liked those classes. Retcon's insanely powerful. She basically has built-in Iron Will, which only triggers when everybody goes down. So when you have a team wipe, she gets back on her feet, which is insane. So it's a guaranteed revive that she's got. Then her ability, it doesn't make her invincible. She can still go down while her ability is active. Her time dilation or whatever she does. But basically you could spam all your grenades, any explosives, all your weapons, and then any damage you take shy of going down, and any ammo you expend while in that state gets completely refunded after 30 seconds or something. So like basically activate the state, use all your heavy weapons, use all your grenades, just spam everything out, and then just hit it, everything like a truck, and then get it all refunded. Also, you can play very recklessly as long as you don't go down, and any damage you take will also be healed off as while you're in that from that damage taken in that state, which this is insanely busted. It's very powerful, but you can still go down in that state. If you go down, then it's everything stays, so you got to be careful not to go down. But you can play a little more recklessly, and you can just be very aggressive, which is just crazy. The amount of damage you can do while in that state is just nuts. And on top of that, she's got basically a rage that builds up as she gets kills on the core spawn. After enough kills, the rage is built up and she can trigger it, which basically makes her faster. All of her attacks come out faster, her reloads are faster, everything is more efficient, and she's able to use her pickaxe faster, which the pickaxe strikes are much faster in Rogue Core than they were in DRG, which makes them more powerful, honestly. You can do a lot more damage with melee in Rogue Core than you could in base DRG. And then on top of that, so she's able to like just throw out pickaxe strike after pickaxe strike. Plus her cooldowns are faster while she's in the enraged state. And then when all of that is, and then on top of that, she's got that revive. So it's like, it's really nuts. She's actually a really good class, and I think she's kind of slept on.
This jump drive is radioactive. It is not functional, but you can disassemble.
I feel like, because they've run polls in the Discord asking what's everybody's favorite classes. Favorite class right now, I think, as the crowd favorite, is probably Slicer. He's got a flippin' energy sword, so I get it. He's a lot of fun. He's got a dash. He's got an energy sword. He's like your space marine dream there, but and I enjoy him too. He's one of my favorite classes, you know, but I do think that the other classes are also equally as viable and offer some really fun play styles.
Quickly destroy it before it calls for backup. Initiating takeoff.
Like I said, I think Retcon is probably one of my favorites because of her insane abilities and ability to save a run. Like, I did a run with Wolf and another friend last night, and Retcon literally saved the run. All three of us went down, and then Retcon revived herself, and we managed to survive. So it was pretty cool. And we won. We won that round, which was pretty sweet. So, yeah, I really like Retcon. I think she's really good. Slicer is, of course, really, really good. Guardian is really, really good. I feel that Falconer is really good. She can revive people at distance and stuff, which is a lot of fun. I do think probably my personal least favorite is Spotter, although a lot of people love Spotter. Spotter gives you all those critical hits and stuff. Spotter's pretty cool, but my least favorite to play personally at this time. I do think that Spotter is a little bit more of a challenge to use early on. I think as he levels up, I suspect that he will become progressively more and more powerful. Early on, I feel like he's kind of hard to use in solo, although he's still very powerful for multiplayer, even early on. Because he basically gives everybody buffs. If you're familiar with the Marked for Death overclock from Deep Rock Galactic on Scouts M1000, then yeah, that's essentially... Basically, Spotter has a better version of that baked into his class, which is pretty cool.
Self-destruction sequence initiated. Leave the ship as soon as possible.
I can't remember if I'm running on DirectX 11 or 12. I know 12 is supposed to be considered experimental right now, but I do know I was testing it out, and I don't remember if I ever swapped it back. Either way, it's running reasonably smooth. A little bit of a stutter on the Corvettes, but we've always had that, so.
Parking procedure.
When the Corvettes explode.
Parking procedure complete.
And that's probably one of the lowest priorities for them to fix right now, is the stutter on the Corvettes themselves, because there have always been other issues that they needed to address. The stutter on the Corvettes we've had since the closed beta, so that's nothing new. At this point, I just kind of tune it out.
I can carry that ship.
Eventually, they'll fix it. It does need to be fixed. I'm not going to say it's not an issue, but there have been bigger issues to contend with than that.
Dirty machine.
One thing I don't like that we have about the ammo drop system is that the ammo pickups tend to prioritize whichever weapon is first in your inventory, not necessarily one you're holding. I wish it would prioritize whatever you're holding and give you ammo back for that. So like if I am, we'll say that I'm missing one bullet from my Bulldog here, but I'm really low on shotgun ammo. If I were to pick up, even if I'm holding the shotgun in my hands, and I pick up ammo, and hope it, you know, it's going to be for the shotgun. It's actually going to put that one bullet back in the bulldog rather than refueling the shotgun, and that is, in my opinion, a bit of a problem because it makes the ammo economy much worse than it should be. So I'd like to see that changed. I think that's probably one of my biggest complaints about the system right now, but making it prioritize what you're holding would be better, I think. Would help to resolve that issue a bit. And then you could intentionally refill whatever it is you're wanting to refill. Not what's first in your inventory queue. They could have patched that since the last time I tested it out, but I'll check it here in a second. I'm pretty sure that's how it still works. I do need that. Actually, I'm gonna leave that on the bridge. I'll make that easy to get to.
Initiating takeoff. Oh no, they found us.
All right, snipers down.
Activating burst field.
Ship needs ammo. No ship ammunition in this ammo.
I'm replenishing ship ammo. Burst field active.
Oop, ate that. Shields are down.
Activating burst field.
All that disabled. They board it and look for valuables.
Ammo drops are really generous right now. Like in standard runs, I don't really run out of ammo, and I don't ever have to use an ammo crate. But there are scenarios where you can run out of ammo, and I have found those. Like if you're in 4-player multiplayer and you're using really ammo-hungry weapons, it is actually really possible to run dry on ammo and have an issue there, even with the ammo pickups. Also, which explains why they're so generous, I think. Also, when we were doing me and a couple of friends, I think there were a couple of us there, we were doing a data breach mission on challenge rating 5, and the data breach mission, we were just trying to see how many waves we could get on our belts before we, you know, hit point of failure, and we got pretty far. I was enjoying it, but yeah, ultimately, it was a bunch of tasers. We spawned like a wave of tasers. They came and locked us all down. That ended the run. But yeah, it was pretty fun. We did have ammo troubles in that because it got so hard. There were so many enemies, and they were so, each of them buffed, that ultimately ammo was actually becoming a bit of an issue. So in spite of the pickups. So yeah, I can understand why it's so generous. I wouldn't mind if they toned it down a little bit in single player, like if it scaled based upon player count, I think would be good. But otherwise, I like this system. Like I said, I think it needs a little tweak. I'm gonna refrain from crafting shields right now. We are in materia disruption field, and that's literally gonna eat 60 of my materia right now. Whereas I could just do this, get to the next area, and then craft it for 30, and it's no big deal, provided I don't get ambushed here. Also, there's always the potential that the rewards from doing this mission, this little assignment here, might actually give me a shield unit, which would be nice.
My gratitude, friend. You gave me
So we'll see.
For a new start. I will take them to safety, away from all this chaos.
So yeah, I've got the videos pulled up here for the streams for both YouTube and Twitch here, and I can see that there is a little bit of delay, but it's not terrible. Okay, no shield unit, but we did get a core repair. We got a rail gun, some frag grenades. That's nice. Some goodies here, and a couple of artifacts. See, we got Telmorian stabilizer, boarding blitz, component stabilizer, and reflective wrath. Not any of my favorites, but they're decent. Let's see. Reflective wrath is halfway decent. Component stabilizer is really good if you've got, if you're in multiplayer, which I'm not currently. I'm gonna plug in reflective wrath, I guess. And see, what did I have? I had mass proxy. I could buff that. That'd be really good. So I'm just gonna feed these to mass proxy till that's leveled up. And boom. So we've got a common mass proxy at max fill rate. As soon as we get some material, that'll be very powerful. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up. Let's do a pizza. All right, next jump. Wasn't indicating down in my inventory. Nothing important. I'm just gonna leave these up here. I'm gonna put this up here though, for ease of access. Cool.
Preparing to enter jump space.
I'm tired today, guys.
I detect a jamming signal emanating from the area. We can't leave until it's been
Okay, we got another jammer.
I'm seeing some juicy icons on the scans. Very interesting.
Those would be mines. Nope, ships. I figured they were mines because it didn't look like they were moving. Got some materials scattered around. There's definitely some ships I'll have to deal with to be able to get to the jammer. Let's craft some shields. I don't think we're no longer in a materia disruption field, so this will now be 30 materia instead of 60.
shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
All right, cool. Shields are up. I'm gonna finish up this mission and then I'm probably gonna swap to Road Core. If anybody wants to dive in, we still have the link there. Just let me know if you have any troubles with it and I can make adjustments if needed.
Materia collected. Enter collector's station.
Collecting the material.
I managed to get Slicer up to Ascension in Road Core, which Ascension is essentially Road Core's version of promotion, like you would do in base Deep Rock. It's got a pretty cool cinematic. I should have been recording, but I was too enthralled by it to even think about turning on OBS. Oh well, I'll get the next one. But anyway, I will be working on Retcon and Guardian next, I think, to get them into Ascension. I did notice that in Road Core, and I think it's probably because you have more classes in Road Core than you did in base DRG. In base DRG, to promote, you had to get to level 25 on the class. And then you had to do a whole assignment track to be able to unlock it. In Road Core, the assignment track is removed, and you've only got to get to level 15 as opposed to 25. So almost, you know, a little more than halfway there, but still a significant amount less than you had to get to with DRG. Now in DRG, though, there's only 4 classes. And in Road Corps, things are much more fast-paced, although the missions are very long in comparison to DRG. Not that there aren't long missions in DRG, but it almost feels like each mission is a deep dive, essentially, in Road Corps. And there's also a gauntlet mode that they're working on, although I don't know much about that. So we'll see about that. But yeah, I don't know. It was pretty cool. The Ascension is interesting. It does unlock new abilities and the ability to swap out upgrade decks. Decks are basically your pool of upgrades that you could potentially get and run. And it is randomized, but it's got to be pulled from those pools. And each class has 2 pools they start with, and then you can swap out the pools from between the different classes, it seems like. Once you've hit them once you've hit a particular class at Ascension, then you can swap out its deck for and give it to another class, etc. And that would allow you to mix and match your upgrades that you have a potential of, which I think is a pretty cool option, pretty cool customization. So I'm interested to try that out a bit more. So far, all I've got is a slicer class, so I haven't been able to swap anything out yet. But once I get, say, Retcon up to a lot of slicers upgrades, for instance, work well on Retcon. Oh, that's a shield unit, which I needed. And then I also need an ammo unit. Once I get Retcon, Slicer, and Guardian, feel like they all have some similar upgrades that would work pretty nicely between them. So I'm interested to try out various different customization options. I think it'll be fun. All right, well, let's go ahead and I'm going to set the shotgun down for the moment. So I got room in my inventory. Let's use up the 1 use. Okay, and that leaves 2 uses in this unit. We still got to do with the jammer. How are we doing on materia? We need materia. I'll probably go here. We've got to drop this jammer before we can proceed. So let's go ahead and head that direction.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Activating that field.
All right, buddy got him.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
I'm also excited that we're going to be getting some new Gatling and flak style special weapons. It's going to be kind of fun, and that the catamaran is going to have basically 3 gunner stations, essentially. They won't be dedicated gunner stations, but you'll have the gunner station here, which can control everything from here, or you can have people come out here on the exterior and command the special weapons themselves. There'll be like a little command station right here that you can grab, and you can control one of the special weapons by yourself out here on the exterior. So essentially there are going to be the pilot seat, the gunner station, which can control the assault turrets, and then you've got the 2 special weapons that can be manually controlled by a player. And I think that's going to be a pretty fun system, because it's going to make it where if you wanted your full team to be on guns, they could. And while special weapons used to have this long, windy cooldown and be really slow, bringing us Gatling turret style assault weapons, as well as a flak cannon, is what Group was calling it, which is a 3-shot burst cannon, which sounds pretty fun to me. But yeah, we're gonna have those special weapons. I think they're gonna essentially be your go-tos on teams that want to do that, where they want to have somebody, each person manning a gun. So you'd essentially have the assault turret system for the gunner, and then the 2 other gunners are going to be manning, say, rapid fire special weapons, which will be really cool. I think it's going to be a fun way to play. I'm curious to try that out. I'm looking forward to seeing how that's going to play out once we get into the experimental branch in June. So
Bits exposed.
okay, it's not there. I was thinking it was there. Here it is. Okay, that should be all of them.
You can now activate the self-destruct sequence. It will also give you access to the vault, so grab what you can before it's fixed. There we go. We've managed to gain access to the vault. Go in and grab what you can, but grab what you can and get it before. The clock is ticking. You don't want to be here when it explodes.
I can carry that. Looks like it. Down. No problem at all. Look out the trash.
I plan on doing a full review for Deep Rock Galactic Road Core. I don't know if it'll be this week or the week after, but it's gonna be soon. I played quite a few hours of it at this point, given the fact that it just launched on Wednesday. I'm having a good time with it. I really enjoy it. It's, aside from Jump Space, Road Core was my most anticipated game. So Jump Space was my most anticipated game, but Road Core was a very, very close second. A lot of you guys know that I am a huge Deep Rock Galactic fan. I love the game, so the fact that we were getting a new game in the series was pretty cool. I did a Steam review, which I'll probably use that as kind of like my, it was a pretty in-depth Steam review that I left. And I'll probably use that kind of as my template for doing a video review, but yeah. And then just do some more, add some stuff to it and some footage, so. Because I more or less gave my basic thoughts there in that Steam review, but yeah.
There could be useful valuables around.
I think the game is very good. I think it's got a lot of potential, and I think it's going to go places.
I'm seeing some juicy icons on the scans. Very interesting.
Okay, so we got mines there. This will be enemy ships, probably. Yep. Unless they aggro, I shouldn't have to worry about the enemy ships. I should be able to just move on to the loot and get out. Got a bulldog. Rocket launcher. Actually might come in handy here in a moment, where I'm going to be going into some combat in the next area. Actually, I might take the railgun. I'd like to use the railgun because there's a railgun on the ship. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just send that back to ship for now. Got some frag grenades. Ooh, you know what? That's what I'm gonna take. I haven't used a damage amp in a bit. Those are so good in Data Breach when you get into the higher waves. Oh my goodness, being able to just clear everything very quickly with a damage amp. Rocket launchers, damage amps, and railguns become insanely powerful in the higher levels of Data Breach. Once things start to get really dangerous, because like their damage, their HP, and everything increases the more waves you get under your belt. Not to mention the numbers of bots chasing you down become drastically greater as you get into the later waves, and it just becomes very dangerous. So being able to take things out quickly is really a huge boom.
Parking procedure.
And damage amp is one of the best things for doing that. Having a shield unit and a damage amp that you can deploy in the same place where you're not taking fire but doing tons of damage is kind of awesome. So it's a 40% extra damage from the damage amp, which is or 4 times rather, not 40%, 4 times more damage, which is a huge difference.
One less to work, pal. Hurrah! We win the day.
We got some materia here.
No problem. I'll fetch that for you. I can carry that to the ship. No problem. I'll
All
fetch
right,
that
cool.
for you.
Initiating.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get to the final area. We picked up a little bit of materia. I think we can survive at this point.
Transition to jump space imminent.
And then we'll go ahead and swap over to Road Core. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be streaming today. Like I said, I've been a little tired lately, and I'm trying to not overdo it. There's a lot here.
Target location confirmed.
Okay, incoming Legion ships, materia disruption field.
Let's grab what we need, but be quick. The Legion won't give
I'm gonna
us
have to deal with the incoming Legion ships. Guaranteed, I might be able to slip by the other ships and get into the vault. Once I land and get into the vault, they will not hassle the ship. So, if I can slip by, I'll be in. We got 10 seconds before the strike force attacks.
The strike force is here.
Ready for battle.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retreat.
Clearing out the materia bunkers. Activating their shield.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retreat.
Oh. Alright, well, we picked up a little materia. I'm not going to complain about that. We are in a materia disruption field, so that means that everything's going to cost double. And enemy ships have cleared off the point, so I can slip in here now. Should be safe to do that. Just got to be careful not to aggro anything. And boom, we're here. Nice. Alright, so
Parking procedure complete.
I would kind of like to top off my ammo on my I'd kind of like to top off my ammo on my weapons, just in case. Got a rocket launcher there, and this railgun, I think? I might take the railgun. It's got more shots, which is good for on foot. There's also a healing unit here. I'm not going to be taking that in the run with me, so I'm going to use it to top up my health. I only 2 HP off, but they'll get me there. All right. I've got... Only forceful recycling is going to be helpful on foot, but it's fine. All right, healed up from that. So basically, I heal up from doing melee strikes because of that artifact. I'll take it. Could really come in handy here. I've left the heat up a little bit. We're about 55 right now. I think 55 or something on the heat. Yeah, 55. So they'll be hitting 55% harder and have a little bit of extra HP. So being able to heal from melee kills will be very helpful because they are going to be hitting hard. Oh, by the way, guys, it is confirmed hot joining is going to be added to the game in the next big update. So, yay! I'm excited. That's going to be a huge quality of life change. Grenades. Got a halberd. Okay. Almost a top 12. 3 HP away. Alright, was there anything in here we're seeing? Doesn't look like it. I know there's usually loot over here. Just a little bit, but we'll take it.
The resources we're after must be in here. Grab as many as you can and bring them back to the ship. The more you bring back, the better for us. Push the button. Oh. Everything has gone into lockdown. It's a trap. Get out of there. Enemy jump signatures has been detected. You'll get companies. Get out now.
Take that, you dirty machine. Pretty tough for me too, you know.
Okay.
I detect a security protocol on this door. It will take me a moment to breach it. Expect Legion opposition.
Nope. And down. And that's going to cost 20 materia to revive? Yep. Due to the materia disruption field.
Never fret, buddy's right behind you.
Yoinked.
Enemy ships are approaching. Get a move on.
All right, guys. So we're just about done with this mission. What I'm going to do here, after I get done with this mission, is I'm going to go ahead and take a brief intermission. And that's going to allow me to swap over to Road Core and also top off my water.
Okay, the door is now open. Go.
Oh, buddy, I wanted to... Oh, well, whatever. I was hoping to get a melee strike off of him for a little health, but I was just trying to get him in range so it'd be a one-shot. Yep. Still didn't get the melee kill. Oh well.
Hostile ships are already clear.
And out.
Get back to the ship.
Locked and loaded.
There's a jammer ship inbound. We can't jump until it's destroyed. It will arrive shortly. Stay alert. Initiating takeoff.
First shield active.
Area Galactic. Enter Galactic to
Emptying material filter.
There's a jammer ship.
Okay, jammer's here. It's gonna be that right there.
The jammer has
Gone, and we're out. Cool.
entering jump space now.
All right, and that's a win. Went down a couple times, but it's all right. All right, we've been going for almost 2 hours. We're just shy of 2 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there on Jump Space, guys, and swap over to Road Core, and we're gonna get a little bit of time in there. I'm just gonna make it a public lobby. You guys can join, and anybody who else wants to join is welcome to do so. I do have my usual chat over in Discord, so feel free to join me there if you want to. I'm gonna feed the troll at the bottom of the vent real quick. Let's get it up to 1600. We're so close. I'm just gonna push it to 1600. I've been putting in about 100 every time I play, and yeah. Once I forget, but yeah, I'm trying to. I just want to see how many credits I can get into this stupid vent. But by the time this game hits 1.0, will we have 1,000,000 credits in the vent? What do you guys think? I know we're almost to 1,000,000 sales on this game, which is sweet because then we're going to get our battle cruiser. I'm super excited about that. I cannot wait. Yes, sir. Cheers. That is not what I was trying to do. I was not trying to sit on you, Nisa. All right, guys. Well, I am going to step away for a second. I will be swapping games here in a moment, but I will be right back. Thanks for guys watching. We're gonna go ahead and swap over to Road Core. So if you want to check that out, please do, and feel free to join us in game. At any rate, I'm going to go ahead and put up the intermission screen, and I'm going to step away and get some water, etc. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. We are back in action. I'm going to go ahead and swap our screen over. And boom. And we've got audio coming through the wrong place. I'm going to swap it over. And boom, you guys should have game audio now. Okay. And it looks like you guys are seeing my HUD, so I'll grab the wrong screen. There we go. That should resolve that. All right, cool. And I need to crank down game audio just a little bit. This game is much louder than Jump Space, so I'm gonna hit the master volume in the options, and I'll adjust it a little bit.
Got to remember to put my boots on the right feet today.
So I've been playing a fair amount of Retcon. I've gotten Slicer up to Ascension, which I mentioned, and that's pretty cool. Let's see, can I put... Let's see. If I were voice chat output and put it to Starship, then I would be able to hear voice chat if people choose to use it, but it wouldn't come over on stream, theoretically. We'll try that. All right, that's cool. And then I'm going to roll... I'm going to just do push to talk off, and then everybody will be able to hear me there. So you can hear me in game chat. And then I'm going to go ahead and... back out of the chat on Discord, and you guys will be able to just hear me in game. All right, so we'll roll like that.
For my comrades!
That's kind of a voice chat system I'm hoping that we'll have implemented in Jump Space when we get it. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that because you can see I've got my output on different sources here. An option to remove tendinitis from explosion. That's a detail. I need one of those for mine. Nice. Yeah. We got there are a lot of different options. I'm just going to scroll through them so you guys can take a look. I'm going to lower master volume a little bit. Let's take it down to about 80-ish. And then, yeah. Okay. So you've got, for audio options, you've got your master volume, your character's volume, Omega's volume. Like, some people find Omega annoying. If you find Omega annoying, just lower it. Lower audio when Omega speaks. You've got that option, which turns her down since people define her him annoying. I like him, but I mean, everybody else has got their own opinion. Music volume, sound effects volume, that's adjustable. Tendinitis from explosions. You can toggle it on and off. You can set different audio sources. Like, that's useful, especially since I'm on Linux. I have various audio sources that I can use, just baked into my OS. And so I've got game audio set to a specific output. I can put it on Navi here, and then it's going to come where you guys can hear it. But then I can set the voice chat audio on a different source, and that way it won't be coming on stream. And that's really helpful to me as a streamer. I'd like to see that brought to Jump Space. So I'm going to go ahead and, screenshot that and send that to the Jump Space devs, because they'll be working on that system, and I'd like them to be able to see what I'm talking about when I say I'd like that. But then you can control the volume for voice chat. You could use whatever you want for your voice chat. I'm going to use probably we'll just go with default device. That should take from my microphone, and then you can adjust your volume, and also you can put on a push to talk or set it to just be standard chat. You've got your control options, your laser pointer, toggle it on and off, terrain scanner, toggle it on and off, mouse smoothing. Your different sensitivities, I think I turned mine up a little bit. And then, yeah, all of these different controls, you can adjust your controller bindings and your mouse and keyboard bindings separately. And then you can reset your controls. You can go in here. You can basically remap everything. Most of your controls will have a secondary binding that you can put them to. So there are some scenarios where you're doing a certain action and it makes it harder to press a specific key that you like for one action to be on. So you can set it up with a secondary key, and that way you can still have access to that more easily when you're doing specific actions, which I like. I think it's a nice touch. And then everything is remappable. I mean, you can pretty much remap everything in the game, which is just absolutely awesome. So just kind of scroll through the settings there that you can remap. You can control different things like your game server name, your reset tutorials. You can show your server is modded because these games because Deep Rock tends to support mods. And then yeah, language and all this stuff, normal vision. I have photosensitivity mode on, and I have the camera shake down to 50%. Because as somebody with seizures, the opening of the gates in the initial areas and when you first jump into the level, they mess with my head, and I don't like it. It's a little disturbing for my seizure disorder, so I have all that turned down, and that helps tremendously. You can put the UI scale, all these different things that you've got all kinds of control over, which is pretty sick. You can customize the way things look for you. Graphics have good controls, like you've got your typical upscaling, quality settings. Like this is what things look like on Ultra. And I get a reasonably smooth experience on Ultra with my rig, but I enjoy the smoothness of the FPS better on high, which is kind of what it basically set my game to. So I'm just gonna scroll things back to where I had them on graphics, but anyway. I feel like the graphics look pretty good, all things considered. I'm curious, what would happen if I turned on a bit of upscaling? What I'm going to do is I can... there was an option to put FPS counter up. I'm going to do that. What are we at right now? Okay, it's showing it up on the top right. You can see it there. Right now, we're getting over 70 and jumping up to 100. It's bouncing around a little bit as I'm jumping and stuff.
Everybody fights, nobody quits.
And then let's see, I can go ahead and adjust the graphic settings. I'll see if I put a cap of 80. I've got it currently set for 160. Let's drop it down to 80 right now. And look how, and we'll see how smooth that looks. Drops down into about the mid 70s and stay low 70s there, hit about 72. So I could cap it at 70 with these settings. But it stays at 80 most of the time. Looks pretty good, all things considered. And then let's see if I were to maybe turn on a light upscaling. We'll see what that would look like. I'm curious because I haven't really played around with that too much. Generally speaking, the performance has been pretty good on my end. I haven't had too much of an issue. Let's see. Upscaling. Let's turn on. It's got Fidelity FX 3.1, which I have an AMD rig, so let's go with quality and try it. And now it seems to be locking at 80 pretty comfortably. I am curious if I can like push it up. So I'm going to push up. The max refresh rate on my monitor right now is 160. So let's take the frame rate cap up to 160 and let's just see how close we get to that and how stable it looks. Let's do that. So right now we can get over 100. We can even get a little over a 90 with the current settings. It gets up to about 120, but yeah, it doesn't stay there. But it doesn't look like it's dropping below 80 anymore, which is pretty cool. Okay, slight stutter down to 70 there, 70 something there. I didn't catch how far it went, but yeah. Anyway, kind of cool. I feel like performance is not too bad, all things considered. I'm going to kick this down to about... Actually, let's leave it there, and I'm going to dial it up just a little bit higher. Let's put it up to balance on the upscaling. Okay. And then if I were to say lower the resolution maybe a little bit. Looks like see right now I think it's at resolution scale is 100. So let's say drop it down to 85. I'm just curious. So now it's staying in the 90s more or less. A little bit of a dip to the 80s there, but yeah. Overall, I don't think it's too shabby. I think that overall things look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of dial everything back up, turn off the upscaling for now. I think it looks good enough. And I mean, it's only going to show up as 60 regardless on the stream. So I'm going to go ahead and cap at, say, 80. Turn off upscaling and go ahead and we're on high. So, okay, I'm going to leave it like that. Good enough. You got your saves, you got your privacy settings. Those are the options that we've got in game right now. I love the customization. You can check out your status on your character. The Reclaimer's Handbook, where it's got all the information for the game, which is pretty slick. Like, you can check out the gear. So far, these are all the weapons and gear I've been able to use. I haven't tried the Stubby yet, which is a returning weapon, but I've tried all the other weapons. I haven't tried this, which is supposed to sacrifice health and give you something else. I've tried the disposable sentry turret. There's a type of shield generator here that I haven't tried yet. I haven't used the C4 yet. I have used sticky grenades. It's surprising to me it's saying I haven't. But anyway, yeah, got a lot of different things that you can do here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and probably start up a lobby. And yeah, let's just go with something basic. Since some of you guys are going to be new, we're going to go with low complexity depth 1 mission. Make it beginner friendly. I'm going to go host as public, and whoever wants to join can. While I wait for people to join, I'm going to go ahead and earn us some beers. So you earn, so in base DRG, you would purchase beers with resources. In this game, you're playing not as miners, but as mercenaries, and you basically earn your beers by working out. You've got to burn enough calories to make it where you, Omega, the AI operator, is going to allow you to have a beer. Which is pretty fun. Each of these workouts is a different mini game. Each is different, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, so anyway, each of these is a different mini game that you'll do. You know, is that it? We got that for that one. This is bicep curls over here. It looks like this. You've got to raise them up and then lower them, and then you can back out by pressing right click. And then we've got punching bag, which is 5 calories per punch. And you throw the different fists from the different... we've got the squat rack over here, which is pretty fun. Welcome in. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and probably put myself on to push to talk so I don't annoy people.
We fight for rock and stone. You reclaimers.
Welcome in, mate. And so we've got, we've also got the deadlifts over here, which is a very different mini game, as you can see. And so that's basically the kind of stuff that you're going to do to be able to earn yourself a beer, which is pretty fun. And then the calories count for everybody, and you can go ahead and order your beers. These are basically cosmetic in this game, whereas they used to give buffs before.
So the reclaimers!
All right.
Drink up before they send us back out.
So anyway, that's how that works. It's kind of fun. I like it. It's you never run out of resources to buy your beers. You just have to work out to get them, which is kind of fun.
Rock and stone, you beautiful dwarf.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and send it, and people can join us mid-mission. Oh, wait, there's a fourth. So we got Slicer, Spotter, Guardian, and Redcon. There are 5 classes. The only one we're missing right now is Falconer. You cannot duplicate classes.
For the reclaimers! Give me good orangey! If you don't rock and start,
All right. I've been playing a bit of Retcon. I've gotten Slicer up to Ascension, which is essentially this game's version of Promotion. Like we had in DRG. You only have to get to level 15 now instead of 25, which I think is because of the fact that there's so many more classes now and there's more coming. They've got more planned. So overall, pretty cool.
I should have put down bigger guns. Bigger guns. Should have brought bigger guns. For rock and stone. For those about to rock and stone, we salute you.
Our priority is closing that rift gate. Locate the elevators.
So this is the part that I said kind of annoys my seizures when we open this initial gate. Lowering the camera shake and the turning on photosensitivity mode makes that much more tolerable for me personally. It's not that common that I have an issue with video games, but that did kind of throw me for a little bit of a loop. Fortunately, I did not have any serious issues, but I could tell it could potentially become an issue, so I just went ahead and acted preemptively with it. All right, well, ooh, there's a lot of good guns here. 4 of these guns I really like. I'm not a huge fan of the Shock Striker. I'll take whatever. I would love this, but whatever you guys want is fine. I'm gonna go with that. I love the new Bolt Tech Silverback. It's a lot of fun. It's almost like a 50 cal full auto.
Know how to use this anyway.
Small magazine, you only get 15 shots, but pretty cool. The Bulldog is also insanely good now. It feels like it got buffed. I'm gonna go with the anti-grav emitter.
I'm a better dwarf than yesterday.
I like those. The drills are also really handy because they're can be used in combat. All right, and we got grenades. A lot of things you have to unlock the option of having available to you, like the grenades are something you have to unlock because you unlock them from basically leveling up your clearance levels. And I don't care what grenade I take. I'm good with whatever. So I'll let you guys pick whatever you want. And I'm going to go incendiaries.
Power up my smart courses.
Cool. All right, now you can see on the icon we have a timer in this game, unlike in Deep Rock Galactic. The timer is basically going to dictate going to dictate how long we can stay in this mission. And you can see that there's a wave indicated on the timer. When that when we get there, we'll have a wave that comes in. The workbench toolbox is right there. So basically you want to get as many upgrades as you can within the time limit and then get out before things get really dangerous. Magazine size would be great. Stone skin on rewind would be good. Accelerate. Union friends. That one's really powerful. As much as I want the magazine, but I'm gonna go with that because that buffs everybody. Okay, let's see what we got. Taking damage from enemies returns 50% of health loss as stone skin, which is really good. Kind of like iframes. Double melee damage is also really good. I'm going to go with the defensive option there. It's good for when things get tough. We got a camera up there. I do have the option to get that.
Platform fire. Camera secured.
And boom. We got ammo there. I don't need it right this moment. You can check your ammo by pulling up your terrain scanner here, your ping system, and you can see that I've got full right now down below, or close to full.
Hey, that's why they call it that.
And of course, you have the indication on your gun itself right there, that little screen. Tells you how much you have in your magazine as well as how much you have in reserve. All right, well, we definitely, let's see, we got some expedite here. We've got the elevator here. That's where we're going to get to the next stage. There's 3 stages in this one, I think, plus the boss stage. The goal in this game is not to mine resources, it's to get as many upgrades as you can before you reach the boss. And then ultimately beat the boss.
I need the REPD. I need it.
And we got an upgrade available.
There's the drone. I have a bad feeling reloading, but I don't want to jinx it. Here is the processing drone. Time to upgrade.
Okay. This one works for me because I've got a fire grenades anyway, so I would love to go with that. But if somebody else takes it, I'll probably take maybe adrenaline charger or something. Anything that's gonna increase, it's gonna help with my cooldowns would be good.
Hell yeah! Everybody fights. Nobody quits. Up and out. Honor the code.
We got an event here. That'll give us a bunch of expedite.
Crush the slammer.
What's that up there? Okay.
Platform here. Hey, Jacklegs, look over here. Got a high security expedite storage vault here.
We're ready. I'm gonna go ahead and send it. All right.
Eyes on active security nodes.
All right, gotta find all the security nodes.
This vault. Get me close to the security nodes.
There's not one up here, so we're good there. We're all gonna be back this way.
Don't walk over there.
We got friends.
Attack this at reloaded.
Oh, sorry, mate. So basically, grenades and ammo are free while I'm in this ability. Like, you have limits on how many you can use, but then everything gets refunded when you come back out of your phase.
Red sugar.
Where are these things? There's one. That one's active.
Here's a black gravel for brains. Watch where you're aiming. There's the security node. Get on it so Omega can override it. Tossing a chill pill. Reloading.
Reloading.
I recommend using your pickaxe as much as possible to conserve ammo. Ammo can be pretty tight in this game.
We live to fight.
So we've only got one that we gotta do, it looks like, and it's just this one. So once we get this done, we'll be good to go.
I'm making him bleed. Lightning here. Reloading.
I salute you, reclaimers. By the bird, rock and stone. Rock and stone.
Yeah, let's open it up. We'll get upgrades off that.
Ellis, you fine piece of equipment. Sometimes I feel like here all reclaimers to the processing drone. Upgrades are ready for
We're about to get a wave. We're gonna want to open up that ammo crate's already opened up. Looks like. Ooh, I would like this. So I'm gonna take that. That'll give me faster revives, which can save runs, especially since Redcon basically has like built-in Iron Will, which gives me a guaranteed revive should we all go down. Being able to get people up faster would be huge on saving the run. Vampire's really good for Slicer. So I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna go probably. This is really good. I'm gonna go this one. Because that'll give health back, or red sugar when we get kills if I'm below 50% health. Yeah, nobody took vampire. Interesting. Oh wait, he's still picking it. Okay. Okay. Well, nobody took vampire. Pity. I would have taken it if nobody was gonna. I didn't. If Slicer wasn't gonna take it. That's all right. Up there is just a ability that'll make it where we can see everything in the cave, but we're pretty much seeing everything, so I'm not worried about that. There's a little thing we can hit with the scanners. I'm pretty good on ammo for the moment, so I'm not gonna worry about that too much. And my armor's full.
Come check this out.
Let's go ahead and do the elevator. We need to. We're gonna have a wave in a second, guys.
Reloading. Scratch another creeper.
I love that the pickaxe actually turns around to the axe part now when you do a power attack. It didn't do that in base DRG. It's kind of a fun little thing. Okay, well, I guess we're doing the elevator instead of waiting for the wave. That's fine. You got to be careful because when they stack, they can be very dangerous. This game is careful, guys. Starting the elevator right as we get a wave can double up. It can be hard. All right.
Don't shoot. Let him burn. Just trampled a creeper. Reloading.
My armor is now depleted. Always look. Let's see. Armor is depleted. Health is not depleted yet. Looks like there's some red sugar up there. I might take that. Red sugar is the only way to heal in this one now. Your health, anyway. So fortunately, the repairs remain that you've done if you have to break away and fight. So you see I stayed over half because I had gotten over half on the repairs. Oh. Got one of these guys. Friends are in the way. If I shoot, I'm gonna hit friends. Oh, we got armor regen. I'll take that. And time to get out. Ooh, I do need the. I'm gonna use my recon ability so I don't lose anything trying to get this armor and ammo. Where was it exactly? There it is. I don't think I get to keep that though if I'm in my recon ability. Whatever. We'll just get out. Too dangerous. Anyway, alright, we're out. Cool. Then everybody has to ready up to move to the next area, and then you're going to pick basically a modifier. It's going to have a negative effect, and I say equipment crate personally. I would like the equipment crate, but we can do whatever you guys want. And guys, you can flip and rock and stone in the elevator during the loading screen. I love it so much.
I salute you, reclaimers. Reloading.
Rock and stone forever.
Never leave a reclaimer behind.
Rock and stone
Reclaim
reclaimers.
the core. I need your
All right, we got ammo, a little bit of armor. I'm going to take that.
Don't get knocked down as we make our way. Tank spanked and fell. Easy. Snippy, snippy.
All right, cool. Path forward is here. I'll go for the camera.
Got a camera.
Got armor here if anybody needs it. Sounds like they got a bio booster down there.
Here's what ails
Let's see. Enemies attacking you in melee get stunned for almost 2 seconds. That's good. Taking damage from enemies returns. It's also really good. I'm gonna go with the stun though. That could be really helpful. I think that's everything in this area. A little tight in here. Well, we made it through. Sounds like we got upgrades. I'll fall back to you guys.
Eyes open!
No! Touchdown here! Now! Burns out the scorcher!
I know you better.
Cool.
All reclaimers to the processing drone. Time to upgrade.
There's a couple of good things here.
I'll make great use of this one. I'm skipping and taking health.
There are a couple of them that are really good. These are all good. This is really good for crowd control. I'm gonna take that. Helps.
This is perfect for my build. All that face stuff. Do you even get how it works? Reloading. Stock up at the armor stash.
Let's see. Look for leeches and stuff on the ceiling. There's a lot of stuff on the ceilings now, so be careful.
Some light.
Let's see. The scanner device is over here, which will indicate what everything is in the cave. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. See, we've got RLD 847. There it is.
Heads up.
And then RDD 847. Okay. Everything's good.
See here!
All right, and we got a big event here. Looks like we got armor there. And let's see.
One less scorcher.
Yeah, workbench is way by the elevator, so let's go ahead and get this out of the way.
Found a rock
We're about to get a wave.
The rock cracker. Blast here. Reloading.
We're about to get a wave, guys. We might want to hold off until after to start this.
Never leave a reclaimer behind!
Reloading. Here's a platform.
The workbench is down by the elevator, so it'll be easy to get.
Reloading.
Armor stash! Stock up if you're low!
All right, and there's the wave.
Players out. Reloading.
Nice.
Friendly fire, you.
Oh, we got one of those ramming space shark things.
That's here.
Okay.
Scorch it down. These core spawn ain't so bad. They're dead.
So Retcon has an ability where she activates her rage. You gotta get enough kills to charge it, and then she attacks very fast, reloads very fast, etc. Cool. All right. Pass the wave.
Some sort of rock breaker in here.
You guys ready for the event? All right, let's send it.
The expedite will be ours.
I need the remote expedite processor drone.
I need the processor drive. Breaking continuity. Gonna get home.
Reload.
Gonna burn them up. Take that. Freaks. Wake up, Slack Claws. Look at this.
Poor shape. Here's his fix. This breaker unit needs repair.
I never signed up for this.
So you can stack the rage ability along with your phase, which is pretty cool. Makes you very destructive for a brief few seconds. And also the phase gets a bunch of stats where it can become
Red sugar. Anyone
very powerful, and then it buffs your allies as well. It makes their reloads faster, their attacks faster for the duration of your phase, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's a fun little ability a recon gets.
Cover me.
Or retcon or whatever it is. Nice.
Processor drone. Here. Now.
Rock and stone in the heart. Monsters pouring out of the interdimensional portals. What will be next?
There's a couple of different good ones here. I don't care. I wouldn't mind taking another defibrillation since I get basically Iron Will with this class, but you guys take whatever you want.
This'll do.
I will pass. Taking some health.
If you pick this, you're a greedy
Vampire is really powerful for Slicer.
I'll make the best use of this one.
Let's see. I don't really want those. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go probably oozing arsenal. Why not?
Ellis is such a fine piece of engineering.
stone, you ain't.
I'm gonna go ahead and top off my armor because we're probably not coming back this way.
Stock up at the armor stash.
I will need ammo reasonably soon, so
My ability is charged.
go. Let's catch up with everybody. I've only got 2 magazines left in my firearm, so I will need to get ammo reasonably soon. But there should be some near the elevator, I would assume. Usually is. The workbench is where? Down that way.
Come here, Alice.
Platform here.
Oh no, I got a few mags. I was reading the wrong thing. Oh well.
You guys see this?
Heads up. Toolbox location added to terrain.
All right. Should be right up there with you. Okay. I'm gonna toss it down as soon as I unearth it. We just need the toolbox. It is right there.
Hey, killers, check this out.
Cool. Let's see. Chain hit, armor break, all good. Stone skin on rewind, chrono freeze. During time rewind, damaging an enemy implies slow down. Okay, that's actually really powerful. I'm gonna go with that.
Come to the drone now! All
Location marked.
reclaimers to the REPD! Let's get to the REPD! I need it!
Hey, Jacklegs, look over here.
I'm just gonna state the obvious. DRG dug too
Ready to
deep!
call him out.
Well, we've all got to get to the elevator, so we'll just upgrade here when he's done.
Reclaimers! Let's all get to the
Or we could go up.
It's a deep rock line.
Let's start the elevator, guys. We're out of time.
Check it out. Wake up, slack jaws. Lightning look at this.
All reclaimers, follow me! Scratch one case!
Rock and stone forever.
I'm gonna go ahead and grab ammo because I've got a free chance to do it now. I might not in a minute.
Recon dart.
Just learn to shoot! Watch it!
Okay.
Call yourself a reclaimer with aim like that, idiot!
Nice. So fire and cryo do stack, and basically will have an interesting trigger effect.
Healing up. On my marker point.
Flares out.
Oh, we're at time over, which means it's open. Gotta keep that tentacle away from the team. Nice, we made it out. So those tentacles are invincible. You can push them back, but you can't kill them. And once they grab you, unless a teammate shoots it and frees you, you are guaranteed to be downed. So those come when the time is out, when the time is over and up. And yeah. Ooh, heavy weapon crate. That could be fun. Well, whatever everybody wants is good with me.
For those about to rock and stone, we salute you.
Everybody fights. Nobody
Reclaimers,
quits.
sound off!
We live to fight.
For the
Honor
reclaimers!
Rock. Reclaim the core. Let's do
Okay,
the
workbench is right there. The bio booster is also right there. I'm gonna go ahead and top off ammo.
All right. We make our way to the next transport point. While grabbing all the expedite we can get our hands on. Easy.
Check ceilings. He's got the bio booster. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this expedite. There's also the workbench over there. They don't need my help to be able to do the bio booster, so let's worry about the workbench. I think I saw it. It's down there. Yep. It's down this. Nope, this is the
These crates contain
weapon
leftover
crate.
weapons. Ellis, open the equipment
Perfect.
box.
Reloading.
Guns!
I found a
There are
weapon
guns
crate.
in the crate here! Weapon crate here!
See here.
Located a weapon crate!
It can be hard to find the way down if you don't know what you're looking for. I've seen it several times now, so it helps.
Everyone come to the
Makes it a little
drone.
easier.
I hate to wait!
All right, my pick. I don't care. What would you guys want? I'll pick whatever you guys don't want. None of them have fire damage per se,
This for me.
so all right, I'm gonna go with the hurricane, guys.
It's for me.
Sorry, I couldn't tell if you wanted breach cutter or hurricane there, mate.
Nobody take it!
This will help me work harder.
Reclaimers, rock and stone.
Oh, we got an upgrade.
Wonder what kind of mumbo jumbo is going on down here.
Kick it!
There's the drone.
Here is
She
the
has upgrades
processing
for
drone!
us.
Time to upgrade!
Ouch! I'm friendly, you clog brain.
All right, nice. I would like this one because that works with my build. But if somebody else can put it to use, that's fine too. Whatever.
Just what
Cool.
I needed.
This one!
Ramrock. Should we mind that expedite?
Have not hit the bio booster yet. I'm gonna grab that. See, what do we got? Reload speed, interaction speed, and revive speed. I'll probably take that. Hitting an enemy with a ranged weapon gives that weapon extra rate of fire and stuff. That's really good, but I'm gonna go with this. That would help salvage a run if for some reason we should be in trouble.
Focus on my mark!
We got a molly right there,
You guys see this? Oh, there, Ellis.
and then the path forward is there.
Looking at this place.
Got another upgrade, but one of our teammates is way up ahead, so let's go ahead and move along.
Reclaimers, we need to gather around the processor drone. Reload. It's ready.
We're not far off from a wave, guys. Be careful.
This one calls to me.
Most of these are okay for me, so take whatever you want.
Health is what I need!
Feed me, Jack. If you can heart whatever you want, I'll take something else.
If anyone picks
Okay.
this one, I'm spitting in your beer.
I'll take that one.
Got me all patched
For
up!
those about to rock and stone, we salute you.
Processor drone. Here.
I feel like a killer now! Flares up! What have we got here? Hey,
sorry,
check
mate.
the expedite over here!
Camera retrieved.
Okay, so the cameras are basically bonuses. They essentially count as intel, which helps with your reward unlocks. We got an event here, but I'd say we wait till after the wave and just find the rest of the stuff in the cave.
Wake
Time to
up,
do some
Slack
work.
Jaw here. Look at this.
I'm gonna go with the magazine size on this gun now, since that's an option again. And that'll basically double the magazine, take it from 15 to 30, so that'll be extremely helpful. Alright. Let's see. Where else should we explore? There's armor there. Red sugar there. The path forward is here. I'm going to go ahead and check what's ahead.
Platform fire. Reloading.
Our work here has attracted some unwanted attention. Caused spawn on their way.
Ellis, you fine piece of
Spawn on your location.
took down the core spawn scorcher.
And that's why I took the explosives.
Woohoo! Let's upgrade. When this is done, I'm on cleanup duty on the ramrod.
I'll have to watch for leeches, especially since they're a good distance from me right now, and we already know that they have been in the cave system already, so there's the elevator. If I get caught by a leech, I am out on my own and I will go down, so.
Ellis, back here. Down the middle.
Alright, we got armor here and ammo. More armor there. So, pretty good stash of stuff near the elevator.
And stay down, you little freak. All out.
Got one of those vomiter things in the ceiling there. Looks like that's the bulk of everything. Okay, they're hitting the event. That's fine. I'm gonna wrap up things here. All right, what do we got? FUC 105. MKC 105. All right, everything's highlighted on the map now. I don't see any leeches in this area, so I think this area is clear. Cool. All right, I'm gonna head back to the team.
Bad day to be a creeper.
I've cleared everything up ahead, guys. There's armor and there's ammo.
Done. Stand your ground.
Red sugar. Nice.
Clumsy rock jacker!
I need the remote expedite processor drone.
Override.
Drone. Touchdown. Now.
Flamer, I'm on your side.
Slack Jaw.
Nice work.
This thing
always
holds
time to
just as
deposit.
much as a mule, and it can fly.
Most of these will work fine for me, so I don't care. Most of this works for me, so whatever you guys want is fine.
It's the best for me.
I'll go with that. Okay. Combo strike's also pretty good.
I'm growing stronger. Axis of Banner!
Okay, I'm out of ammo, which means I'm going to need to replenish.
Yours, what ails ya?
Reload it! Hey! Save it for me! Right there!
Got stuck on the train there.
For Carl! Blade charged!
There's armor and ammo in here. We should go ahead and hit the elevator as soon as we get in here.
Here's a platform. Focus on my
You
mark.
guys see this? Resupplying and getting back to the fight!
Platform placed. Going for a
All right, punching the elevator. Starting the elevator, guys. I expect him to come from that direction too, so let's keep an eye out. They've essentially got that unlocked. Here we go.
get stomped, little creep.
We fight for
One
rock and
slice and you
stone!
got chunks for stew. The Reaper.
Nice. Time to get that out of dodge.
This. Let's rock and stone.
Axis up.
Oh, did we lose somebody? Ah, we lost our slicer, unfortunately. I don't know if he crashed or not. I've noticed 1 or 2 crashes. He should be able to rejoin, though. And it'll give him back all of his upgrades and everything if he reconnects. So everything he had in run, he'll get back. And he can join at any time.
Rock and stone, everyone!
Call!
If you don't
the
rock and stone,
reclaimers!
you ain't coming home.
We're approaching the lift gate now. Remember,
We need that camera for intel. No matter what comes out of that rift, we're gonna send it straight to
Go ahead and grab some ammo.
and getting back to the fight.
let's go ahead and take a look around. Doesn't look like there's anything up there specifically. But we do have a bunch of expedite up there. Oh, leech.
Flying flares! Reloading!
You're welcome.
Check this
Path forward is over here, it looks like.
Run! Touchdown here! Now! Expedite goes in, upgrade comes out. Simple as that.
Ellis is ready. Let's upgrade now.
I'm gonna go probably this.
I will take this one.
Cool.
Give
Might
it
as
to me.
well.
Is there anything else? The scanner's over there. I'm gonna deal with that. I do believe this is the boss stage. Yeah. XT 6208. KT 7108. Cool. Hey, Gracious, how's it going, buddy? Just got back from watching The Mandalorian and Grogu. Oh, how was it? Thoughts? You have a few gripes, but it was pretty fun. Well, I mean, as long as it was fun and not a terrible movie. I need to see it. I'm curious.
Workbench is usable. Focus on
Okay, they got the workbench going.
Hey, everyone, eyes here.
Let's see, we got weak point damage, rewind duration, time duration. I'm gonna go with weak point damage. That'll help with the boss. Got ammo there.
Eyes on this.
I'm gonna save. I'm gonna open it up, but I'm gonna save it because being able to fall back here and restock while doing the boss is good. Looks like we got the bio booster open. Good job. I thought that was a flippin' leech. Reload and revive speed. Hitting an enemy with a weapon makes any other weapon deal an additional 5%. That's good. I'm gonna go with extra revive, just in case. Makes other interactions faster too.
I need the remote expedite processing.
We're gonna have the
code.
wave. If we summon the boss before the wave gets here, we prevent the wave altogether. But
We should keep up the pace.
rushing to
Time
clear the
is ticking.
room for the boss before the wave hits might be a mistake.
This is just up ahead. This is why we were sent here.
Because you gotta watch for stuff like this and get the room clear before you proceed. So
You can all thank me later.
if we start the boss now, we'll be able to prevent the wave from if we start the boss now, we'll be able to prevent the wave from happening.
Putting up flares. Boys, see this? Reloading.
Rocket Stone.
Oh, phew. At least I won't get cold feet. Ha!
Energy spike detected. Reclaimers.
Okay, this room is pretty easy to clear. So nice. You got the camera. Ammos are open. All right, I'm gonna.
Split in phases! Napalm sticks to course board! Ooh-wee, that was loud! Next up is ready for action!
Okay.
I'm never getting used to this! Don't shoot me, idiot!
I'm going for the stone. He's gonna try and push it back so I can't get it in. So I gotta throw it hard. Got it. First stone down. Big explosions now. Fire should finish him. How we doing on ammo? Little low.
Gearing up!
And boom, nice storm. Leave this one.
REPD has upgrades for us.
That should be it. Good deal.
The crap we put up with.
We're going hard! Much!
There we go.
We're on the same team, you untrained rotters. Get rid of it. Throw it down the
Shield up!
And it's in. Rocket stone. Rocket stone, guys. Great job.
Rocket Star!
Rift activities are dropping off. All sensors read green. This facility is officially secured. Hooey! I feel like a killer now.
Great work, guys. So it's cool that you can check out your builds there. And also, you can see how much damage you did. It does what's called overkill damage. So it shows how much damage you did that actually worked towards getting a kill, and then how much damage would have been done had the baddies you were shooting had more health. That's why you have a really massive number next to the smaller number. Ooh, new paint job. Cool. All right, we got some ships. I haven't unlocked the next area in the tree, and I've gotten everything, all the upgrades out of this area. So I got to get 5,000. What are they called? Prestige points or something? And then I'll be able to unlock that. I can obviously buy more slots here with those same prestige points. Gets a little expensive. I've gotten 6 of them. You start with 1. But there's 8 total that you can unlock, and then you can put stats in them. They do different things. Like this resupplier ×2 is get plus 10% ammo from resupplies. Steady aim makes 20% spread reduction on your weapons. Ammo pouch gives you plus 12 max ammo. Sweet Tooth makes it where you get 25% extra healing from red sugar, which is helpful since that is your only source of healing, really, for the most part. And then Pummel Rebalancing 2 gives you negative 15% power attack cooldown. And then Breathing Room is nice because it gives you that Stone Skin, which is basically like bonus armor that you get temporarily after meeting certain conditions. And so Stone Skin is essentially, it's like your Breathing Room is like the mod that you would take on your armor in DRG, which make you temporarily invincible. You're not invincible, but you do have extra, it's not iframes, but it's extra armor to protect you after you've been revived, essentially. So pretty helpful. Similar effect, basically. Overall, pretty cool. I like it. There are a lot of different abilities. I kind of just go through the ones I've discovered so far. We've got Armor Pack, which gives you extra armor. Battering Ram, which makes it where you have extra armor break on your weapons and abilities. Breathing Room, which I just discussed. Bullseye gives you plus 3% chance to critical hit from any attack. Cushion makes it where you take less fall damage. Deadeye makes it where you do extra damage when you do crit. Extra padding gives you extra armor from resupply, so when you resupply, you'll get extra armor back. Handle Grip makes it to where your pickaxe does extra attack damage, with even if it's just a base attack, but also will buff your power attacks. Healthy gives you more health. Marksman makes it where you do extra weak point damage, so if you're shooting things in the critical points, their weak points, you'll get extra damage there. Miner's Gear essentially makes it to where you carry things faster and you deposit faster. And then Nimble makes it to where your interaction speed is faster, which is what you do to interact with various different things like repairs and stuff. And then Pummel Rebalancing gives you cooldown on your power attacks. Resilience gives you extra health regeneration ability. Basically, your threshold is you don't have to work as hard to get your health regen on the upgrades that give you health regen, I assume is how that works. I've discussed Resupplier. Running Blades basically makes it to where after a few seconds you get extra burst of speed. Since there is no dash on most of the classes, sans the Slicer, that's actually not a terrible perk, but I have trouble fitting it in when other things are just so powerful. Skull Crusher gives you extra power attack damage with your pickaxes. And then I've discussed most of the others, I think. Technical Reload just gives you faster reload speeds and cooldowns on your overheats. Thermal Insulation, it gives you explosion and elemental resistance, basically. Unstoppable, negative 20% on all movement speed penalties, and plus 15% throwing force with level 2 here. And each of these can be up to level 4. I haven't unlocked them there yet, so you can see this is going to be level 3. You have to unlock each level. You initially only have level 1, and these cost 1 chip each. Then you've got to spend points, these prestige points, I guess they're called, to unlock level 2, and then these cost 2 chips each, and then 5,000 of the prestige points to unlock the next tier, and these will be 3 chips, as you can see. And then down here it'll be 7,500 on these experience points to unlock level 4, and then these will be 4 chips. You have to unlock them in order, like a tree. Like you can't, let's say that I've unlocked this and this, but I haven't unlocked this or these. I wouldn't be able to go down here and get Handle Grip 2. I'd have to unlock my path down to it. But as you can see, I've unlocked everything in tier 1 and 2 so far. I have not opened tier 3 yet. I've just been trying to unlock everything. And one cool little note about these is that they stack. So like if I wanted to, I could have 4 pommel rebalancings. I could have 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the pommel rebalancings. You can't have 2 of the same. So like you couldn't have 4 4s here, but you could have the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 all in your build, and they would stack. And it seems like they would stack because you can equip multiple of them. So like if I wanted pommel rebalancing 1 in this spot, I could come up to where that is and see, find it in the list. There it is. So I could go ahead and equip it. And see, this one gives plus 10% power attack cooldown, and this one gets plus negative 15. So basically that is a negative 25% time that would take to have my cooldown for my power attack, which is pretty cool. I think that's kind of neat that they do that. I like that that's an option. Yeah, overall, I like this system. I think this is really cool. I think that this is going to work out pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and re-equip the one that I just removed. I've removed, what was it? Breathing Room. I find that really helpful. But anyway, pretty cool. Each of the different classes is pretty neat. I like all of them so far. You unlock cosmetics through script, which you earn from doing missions. That'll be when you unlock these assignments like reclaim 3 facilities and salt pits. These essentially help you to unlock more experience. You can see you get it plus 250 for it. You can also get like paint jobs and stuff for individual classes. Like doing this one would unlock a falconer paint job, different loot, different things that you can get from doing these assignments. And yeah, they just helped you to progress and unlock new stuff. There is this here, which I'm probably going to go ahead and unlock. I have, it gives you extra deployments, missions, like daily assignments that you can do. And you have to unlock 2 and 3. I think 1 is open at base. I could be wrong on that. I'd have to look back at my footage. I'm going to go ahead and unlock that, and then there, bam. Now, if I use Falconer or Spotter, I can 2 times to reclaim 2 facilities. I will get plus 600 experience from doing that. Your cosmetics are over here. You unlock them as, again, like a tree, but you got to have script. And many of these things are class specific. So, like, if I wanted the striped stubble beard, you can see I can unlock it for Spotter, Slicer, Retcon, Defender, or Guardian, rather, and then Falconer. And yes, you can unlock beards for the ladies as well. The pickaxe parts, though, that are on the cosmetic tree, those you only have to unlock once and then unlock for everybody. You can see there's no number next to them. This pickaxe paint job would also be the same once I unlock that. That's unlocked for everybody. The paint jobs for the armors, though, those are specific to your class, as you can see. And a lot of these cosmetics are indeed specific to your class. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. I like the system. I do think we need more cosmetics, but the ones we have are pretty good so far. I'm not dissatisfied with it, and I'm enjoying the system. So, pretty cool. I like the way that's set up. And then you can control your loadout for each class. You can change your perks here. And unlock, and when you unlock slots, you unlock them for the classes individually. So that gets kind of expensive, but you can do it. And then, yeah, that's the way that works. Pickaxe customization is going to be over here. And some of these things you're just going to unlock from finding them in run or as rewards. There are chests that you can open, just like there were in Deep Rock Galactic, that allow you to find cosmetics that you can earn. I unlocked a new paint job, and that's actually pretty slick. See, what does it look like if I remove... if I do that? I actually like that. I'm going to roll that. And you can control your hair color, etc., and all these different things. You can also check out the cosmetic sheet from here. And as you can see, I've got 2 scripts, so I could spend them in wherever I wanted. Could easily unlock a few things. I might actually do that for Retcon. And let's go ahead and unlock the paint job for the pickaxe. All right, cool. And we can go back. And so we've got that, which isn't terrible. I do like the wild hairdo, though. And then, yeah, we've got different hair colors. I've unlocked black so far. I don't see as many hair colors as options as we had in base DRG, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure they'll be coming eventually. This eye patch I think is pretty sick. It's fun. You can get it. Oh, and that's something that's cool. In base DRG, glasses and stuff were tied to your hair style. So most of them would remove your hair completely, and then you would be stuck with just a bald dwarf with glasses. They are now on their own thing. So if I wanted these goggles or this eye patch, I can separate that from the hair and have whatever hairstyle I'd like. So that's cool. I like that. I think that's a nice touch. We've got our paint jobs here. Your armor is basically... I haven't seen a way to change it yet. I don't see any options for changing the armor. You just get paint jobs right now. You got different skin colors. We don't have as many as we did in base DRG, but I'm sure we'll get more. We've got beige, brown. We've got olive. We've got ruddy. And we've got umber brown. So a couple of darker skin tones, a couple of lighter ones. So there's a few options you can mess around with. Try them out. See what you got. There are only a few things, though. You do have to unlock everything, like I said, through the cosmetic tree or find it in mission. Yeah, you can have beards and mustaches on your female dwarves if you want. I'm glad that we have male and female dwarves in this game now. I think that's kind of cool. Each of the different classes, you can set them up differently, how you like. One of the cool things is that you can apply the paint job to your gauntlet or not. You make that choice, and you can also do like the undersuit, which will have a base color for your class, or you can swap it to the paint job specific base color. Pretty cool. A few different little customizations that we can do with that. I haven't really customized Falconer much yet. Slicer, I've done a little bit of work into. I think he's pretty cool. Spotter, as you can see with Slicer, I've done a little bit of work. I'd like to unlock like some glasses for him. I don't know. His eyes look a little dopey to me, but he's fun. Fun class. I've gotten him to Ascension, which means that's going to look like, you notice there's basically a star over his icon on the top left, and he's got a bronze outline. Essentially showing that he's gotten Ascension one time. Mission control is in the game, guys.
Mission control here, over on Space
Sort of.
17. Management is already assembling replacement mining crews to send down to the facilities you've already cleared out.
Ooh,
If
that's
we can
cool.
keep them open, we might still be able to meet this quarter's expedite quota. Keep up the fight, Reclaimers.
I spot danger. Perhaps, or
I actually like that. That's pretty slick. Okay.
for teamwork.
And then basically the way promotions work right now, you got to get to level 15, which is down from 25 in Deep Rock. But yeah, there's more classes to promote now, so it kind of makes sense. This is the Ascension room, guys. It opens up and you got kind of a view of space. You can come in here and show reverence. Fun little thing. And then over here, you got to get to level 15, but then you can interact with this, and it shows this really cool cutscene, which like I said, I should have recorded it when I did it last night, but I got Slicer Ascended, and it shows you putting your pickaxe into this really cool machine and getting your Ascension, your upgrade. Kind of fun. I like it. Once you have hit your Ascension, oh yeah, and you can change your class over here. There's a window to do that. So if you want to ascend different classes, just come over here and select what you're working on. And then you'll get that icon up there. I'm sure it'll go up by probably the same color ratings that we had in DRG, though I can't confirm it this time. Over here we got gauntlets, which I don't know what all these are going to be. Looks like we've got different things. This says game mode under construction. This looks like, I don't know, like it's going to be our version of deep dives here in this game, I assume. Pretty cool. One thing that you can notice over here on the Ascension, after you've been ascended, you can actually swap out your bio booster decks with different classes, which is kind of fun. So far, I only have Slicer ascended, and you have to have at least 2 classes ascended to be able to use this tool to be able to swap between them. But basically, you can swap out your bio decks, yeah. So basically, the upgrades that you'll get in Run, you can take the upgrades from another class and put them on your this class, which would allow you to swap out what upgrades you're going to have options to get. They are going to be RNG based, which you're going to get, but it's going to be based upon your pools, which you're going to have an option to get. So you've got 2 bio booster decks on each class, and basically you can swap out decks to get upgrades from other classes to different classes. So maybe something works really good for Slicer from another class and you want to bring it in, you could do that. Pretty cool. I think that's nice. I don't know if that swaps it out for the other class, or if you just have the option of equipping any deck to all classes. I don't really know how the system works yet because I haven't had a chance to test it out, but I think it's fun. It's a nice little touch. It gives you some pretty cool customization. I'm still learning a lot about this game. There's a lot for me to learn and see. But I tell you what, guys, we've been going for about 3.5 hours. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and call it there. But for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for joining. This will be the end of the stream. I'm going to go ahead and play the ending scroll here in a moment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if any of my fellow streamers, friends are playing anything that might be interesting to you guys. I'm going to check following first. We'll see. What do we got here? Oh, Stephanie Walker's on, and Marks is on. Reapy Ron's going. Reapy Ron is playing Road Core. Now, I don't know if he has Raid turned on. If he does, I might do that. Because not that way. If you're watching for the road core content, you'll be able to see him over there. And he's only got 3 viewers right now anyway. So I'm gonna go see if we can raid Repeat Run. Let's just try it. And then yep, it'll raid. Okay, cool. So that's gonna be active there for you guys. If you want to watch Repeat Run, he's a really cool streamer that does a lot of Deep Rock Galactic core. He also does some Fallout and stuff. So if you guys are interested in that, right now it looks like he's playing Road Core. And all right, guys, I hope you all are having a good one, and I will catch you in the next one. Later. Green dancing in the background. Whoa, I'm not. Oh gosh, I nearly got squished there. Oh man. Oh, this is the new one, guys. I love this. And then on top of that, they like, you drain your magazine so fast with the halberd with this. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Roscoe says, love some biscuits and gravy. And Silver Six says, sweet potato pie for dessert. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll take some. Yeah, I mean, it was your obligatory scuffing of the paint job. I understand. I don't know, Spectre. You'll have to enlighten me. Throw up some pictures of what you're talking about in the Discord, because not interested in offending anybody. Unless it's for pineapple pizza. Oh, solar flare. If you're outside the ship, you will set on fire now, guys. There's a fire here. Come on it. Silly pod. Silly pod. Bullets are for bots. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, that was fun. Shotguns away. We are in the main branch. The experimental is actually kind of behind the main branch at this point.